campus is shrouded in grief and disbelief tonight. What was once a place of learning, laughter, and community has been transformed by tragedy, leaving a heavy silence in its wake. Students, faculty, and staff are struggling to process the events that have unfolded, as the entire Seminole Nation mourns together. A peaceful Thursday morning was shattered by the sound of gunfire, forever changing the lives of students and faculty. The campus, which had just begun to stir with the promise of a new day, was suddenly thrown into chaos and fear. In an instant, the sense of safety that so many took for granted was lost. This tragedy, the latest in a long line of mass shootings in America, has left 2 people dead and 6 injured. The community is left grappling with the aftermath, as emergency responders and law enforcement work tirelessly to secure the area and provide aid to those affected. The shockwaves of this event will be felt for a long time to come. It was just before noon when the first shots rang out inside the bustling Student Union building. Students were eating lunch, studying, and meeting friends, completely unaware that their lives were about to change forever. The sudden eruption of violence turned an ordinary day into a nightmare. The deafening noise echoed through the halls, sending shockwaves of fear and confusion among the students gathered there. Many ran for cover while others froze in disbelief, unable to comprehend what was happening. The chaos and panic that followed will be etched in their memories for years to come. Witnesses described a scene of sheer terror as the gunman, later identified as 20-year-old FSU student Phoenix Ikner, opened fire. Friends clung to each other for comfort, and strangers became allies in the face of unimaginable fear. Tonight, the FSU community stands united in mourning, searching for answers and strength in the days ahead. Panic gripped the student union as students scrambled for safety. The ordinary hum of campus life shattered in an instant. What began as a typical afternoon quickly spiraled into chaos, as the sound of gunfire echoed through the halls, sending shockwaves of fear across the building. Some dove under tables, desperately seeking cover from the barrage of bullets, clutching their friends and whispering prayers. Others pressed themselves against walls, trying to make themselves invisible, hearts pounding as they waited for the nightmare to end. Others fled in terror, racing through corridors and out of exits, their screams mingling with the chilling sound of gunfire. Shoes pounded against tile floors, backpacks abandoned in the rush to escape, as students frantically searched for any route to safety. The air was thick with fear and the pungent smell of gunpowder. Shattered glass and overturned chairs littered the floor, a stark reminder of the violence that had erupted only moments before. Law enforcement officers, alerted by frantic 911 calls, arrived at the scene within minutes. Sirens wailed outside as police vehicles screeched to a halt, officers leaping out and preparing to enter the chaos. Heavily armed police swiftly entered the building, their movements a blur of tactical gear and determined expressions. Every second counted as they navigated the maze of hallways, searching for the source of the threat. They confronted Ikner, engaging in a tense standoff. The atmosphere was electric with tension, as officers tried to negotiate and bring the situation under control. Despite their attempts to de-escalate the situation, Ikner refused to surrender, forcing officers to fire upon him. The confrontation marked a tragic end to a terrifying ordeal, leaving the campus forever changed. The shooting has left the Florida State community reeling. 2 precious lives were cut short, their potential and promise extinguished by this senseless act of violence. 6 others are fighting for their lives in hospitals across Tallahassee, their families enduring an agonizing wait for news. In the wake of this tragedy, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, visibly shaken, expressed his condolences to the victims and their families. Former President Donald Trump also issued a statement condemning the shooting, calling for unity and strength during this difficult time. As the sun sets on this tragic day, a quiet stillness settles over the Florida State University campus. The golden light fades, but the spirit of this community shines brighter than ever. In the face of heartbreak, the Florida State community finds solace in unity, drawing strength from one another and refusing to let darkness define them. Students, faculty, and staff have come together to mourn the victims, share their sorrow, and support each other through unimaginable pain. They offer comfort to the wounded, both physically and emotionally, standing side by side as they begin the long and difficult process of healing. Messages of hope and remembrance fill the campus, as support groups gather and friends lean on each other for strength. Candlelight vigils illuminate the campus, each flickering flame a symbol of love, remembrance, and the enduring bonds that unite this community. The warm glow of candles pushes back the darkness, reminding everyone that even in the hardest times, hope and compassion endure. Tonight, our hearts are heavy with grief for the victims, their families, and all those whose lives have been forever changed. The entire Florida State community stands together, united in sorrow but also in hope for a brighter tomorrow. May their resilience in the face of tragedy serve as an example to us all, inspiring us to reach out, support one another, and never lose faith in the power of community. Let us honor their memories by working together to create a safer, more compassionate world, one where unity and kindness always prevail.